Hey, what's up, guys? This is Carson, and welcome back to another video. I've not done a video in the studio before because I feel like I don't think I'm like the greatest producer ever, and I feel like people that normally do videos in these studios are like people that know what they're doing and everything, and I am definitely not that. But I don't know. I feel like this newer stuff that I'm doing mostly in this room, anyways. I feel like I should, be in this room and talk about it. Since this is technically still not like my own studio, it's like the school that I go to. So I can't install OBS or anything on this computer. So I exported the final stems for the song. It's on here now. I'm in the room. I have the microphones that we used for some of the guitar stuff in this song that you have heard. And yeah, I'm just gonna get into this. I have it pulled up. It's at 65 beats per minute. Before I really get into it, I'm gonna go over this intro because it's mostly just walking and wind sounds in the background, because I'm trying to get this idea of the atmosphere across. Like, it's a western, so there's wind sounds, there's walking to signify him walking, and it goes in and out of volume to like make it feel like he's passing across, I guess. And originally I had an idea like that, and then it was kind of iffy, and then this is my friend Patrick. He's been very helpful with music in general to me recently, and he's very, very cool, and I'm learning new things, and it's a lot of fun. Patrick gave me the idea to kind of have the music come in a little bit later, after a little bit, instead of all of it coming in at the same time. And so that's where that came from. And then it goes into the part with the vocals right here. And these are just distorted vocal hits that I found vocal shouts, long vocal shouts, and just some distortion on it. It does a little bit of a fade out towards the end of each hit. I forget, there's distortion, there's some reverb, there's a little bit of a fade out. And then there's different layers. They're panned differently as well to give a nice stereo image. A little bit of delay. So overall, it just sounds really cool, those three, and it feels a little bit more Western, I guess, like a sci-fi Western because of that. And then there's also voice hits that come in. I forget when that comes in because this audio file, they're so small, so I can't really tell when things hit. It's kind of funny, but yeah, right there. Yeah, so this is actually part of this vocal hit, or this vocal line right here. The hit is just that, but I cut it off a lot. Delay. I think I did a little bit of repitching as well, as you can kind of hear. And it was just like a little cool effect to have an after that hit, so that way it doesn't have the vocal come in and then just end, and then there's like nothing except for a little bit of a guitar. And so that's a cool thing. That doesn't come in until the main guitar comes in. But, so yeah, the music fades in with those vocals, and then a little bit later, those vocal hits. And it has, let me see if I can find that backing guitar. There it is. This was not me playing the guitar. This is it's the ample guitar I have talked about before. It's with reverb and delay, so it's not actually, the notes aren't actually doing the dun 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 dun. That second note that it adds is delay. That's not me adding that note. So it goes dun 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 dun, and then the delay does the dun 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 dun, and then there's some stereo type stuff on it as well. Just a really nice kind of Western guitar feel without really digging into like a melody or anything. And then also, if I can find, oh yeah, very briefly here, this little voice drone comes in. And the reason that's there is you can't really necessarily tell that it's there, but it's just like a cool detail that kind of sounds like CadBane's voice in a way. And so that's why it's in there, because it kind of adds a little bit of, just a little bit of like what his voice sounds like in the show and everything for Clone Wars, and then Book of Boba and everything. And it's just a little cool thing that I added. You can't really tell it's there, but it's there. And then a drone comes in. This drone is actually from BBC Symphony Orchestra. It's free. It's the cello sound, if I remember right. It's very low, and then I have a lot of distortion and some reverb on it. And that's all that is. I'm just playing the same note. Just as, because there's an 808 that comes in, but I didn't want the like lower part of the sound to just be the 808. And so this is just a long drone that sounds cool in my opinion, and it's there, and it's adding some kind of like, not lower frequencies, but like mid-range frequencies, a little bit more on the low side to the 808s that come in here. Now, these aren't like the most impressive 808s ever. I acknowledge that, but it gets my idea across well, I think. I was thinking of this in terms of like obviously if I were to write a CadBane theme, what would I do? But also in terms of if CadBane was in the Mandalorian show, Ludwig Göransson uses 808 a lot in his scores, even in Mandalorian, for the Dark Trooper stuff. So I was making this, thinking about that, like having a consistent sound from the Mandalorian soundtrack, and he even did the main theme for Book of Boba, and so I was trying to think in terms of that. So a little bit less thinking about it from a Clone Wars perspective, I guess, which I am a massive Clone Wars fan, and I still think that this theme would fit for him in Clone Wars, but there's not as much Wild West type stuff in Clone Wars for him as there is in Book of Boba and a little bit of Bad Batch. And so that's why this overall feel is more Western, and there's 808s and stuff. It's because I'm trying to keep a consistency of what it may sound like in Mandalorian if there was a CadBane theme and everything. I hope that makes sense, but I tend to not make sense, so I don't know, we'll see. Also, forgive me, I have not looked through all this. I don't think that needs to be there. What is that? Hold on, guys. Sorry. There it is. Okay, sorry. So for this main part, in the background, I have an 808. It's the same 808 sound, but it's been pitched up. There's like no low end, and it's more in one ear than the other. It's more of like in between moments, whenever you're not hearing lower stuff, you hear a little bit of like a sizzly type thing, and that's this. Especially towards the end, you can hear it a little bit more, and it's just like a little nice touch to the high end part of this overall song, because it's very, very much so in the mid range. Especially whenever I was doing multi-band compression on this, it was mostly up in that range. So it's just a little thing to add on to the higher end of everything. And then if you can, you can obviously tell, but there's also a main guitar part that comes in here playing the melody. And the main part that you hear right here, that's another ample guitar. It's another fake guitar for the main part, but I also did record me playing it. And I don't know how to play guitar well, like at least with like on time to something like this that's not chords or anything. I played this using it's my dad's old guitar. He never really picked up on it. I don't think it was like an Antares guitar, I believe. My grandpa bought it for him, and then he never really used it to my knowledge, and it was just up in the attic for forever. So a couple of years ago, I was like, "Hey, let me mess with it," and so I've had it ever since, and that's what I recorded this on. So both of these guitars together, the fake guitar and the real guitar, the real guitar adds like a kind of bottomy, more acoustic, like obviously the other one sounds kind of acoustic, but like more of like a real feeling to it, and it kind of makes it just sound better. It's kind of subtle, kind of not, but it works. It's not good enough to be the main part, but it's also not bad enough to just not be there at all. And I had a lot of fun recording this. I'm going to play a video right now of some stuff I did, but it was really fun doing this. Oh wait, it's detuned. I can't play it anymore. I hurt myself today to see how I still feel. I detuned the guitar and now nothing sounds right. That's the actual chord. Wait, I'm gonna play back. I'm gonna play AC/DC. It's very broken, and my eyes watering because of my allergies. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. And then for recording the guitar, I thought it'd be fun to talk about microphones a little bit as well. The microphones I used, since I'm in the studio and I can't do that. I have an Octava microphone right here. It was made from I believe it's a Russian company. It's a condenser microphone. I had this and an SM57, a Shure SM57 mic, pointed at in between where the sound hole and the God, I'm blanking on what it is. The fretboard, that's what it is. In between those two is where we had the mics. We had them both like this on top of each other, and pointing in that general direction. So there's this condenser microphone. It's an MC012 Octava thingy. Like I said, I think it was developed in Russia or something like that. And then this is just an SM57 dynamic microphone that we used. And they were both pointed at that part of the instrument. If I can do this while talking, that'd be fun. And then also, oh gosh. These boxes. Oh gosh. Okay, I did it, guys. So there's that. There's the Russian microphone right there. And then we used a CM5, I believe is what it is. It's a Audio-Technica mic. Right here. Nothing really super special about this. We just had this towards the bottom part of the guitar so we can get a little bit more of that lower sounding stuff, because obviously we don't want to get too much of the string sounds because that's not necessarily where the sound comes from. So we had this on the lower part of the guitar. I believe it was facing up. It wasn't like upside down or anything like some people do that, but so we had that. We had the SM57 and we had the Octava mic all on that guitar. So we had 3 guitar mics. We tried, I can't even remember. We tried another mic, I think, that didn't work, but I could be wrong. But these 3 are the final mics that we used, and we balanced it in. There's my beautiful guitar playing. And then here, I only have this play 2 times, but it's like a high tom impact. It just felt a little bit, because whenever you think of Western stuff, I tend to think of like Lone Ranger and stuff, and that has Indians. And so I don't know why, but I thought it would be a good idea to have a tom impact thing just play out twice, just to add a little bit of a new sound. It's very subtle. I don't think you can necessarily tell, but it adds to it. And like I said, it just sounds like kind of tribally in a way, which again plays into the cowboys and Indian thing that is in so many movies that you see. And then towards the end here, I have the same 808, but it's just playing a different melody. Instead of going dun 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 dun, it's just doing the same thing. Dun dum dum. So it's just doing the same thing over and over. And then the drone ends there. This is just, again, it's the vocals. I forget which one of the 3 vocals it is, but it's pitched down, filtered, EQ'd, reverbed, and panned to either side. And then it just kind of fades out. It's it was gonna be longer, but I tried and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I couldn't figure out the right sounds, and so I wanted to make this. I wanted to finish it because there are some cool stuff in this, and so I shortened it a lot. And so that's why it's not even 2 minutes. So I am sorry for that, but I'm just happy that I finished and got it out to you guys to be able to hear it. I am currently working on the Dark Fracture still, but I am also working on a couple other for fun character themes. One of which by now I would have already recorded this, but I am Sunday going to be recording a small brass choir. And I am going to be conducting the small brass choir. So it's going to be my first time conducting people, and it's going to be my first time recording brass. It's going to be my first time conducting people for my own song, so I really need to learn the content. And yeah, by the time this video is out, it will be done, and hopefully it will have been successful. And that's for my next character theme that I am doing for fun. And I'm not really going to say much else. You can look in the description of the initial song release for this Duros Hunter song, and I have a little secret there if you are curious as to what that character theme is. Or just if you've checked my social media, you should know at this point what the next one is. But yeah, that's all I got for this video, guys. Thank you for watching and sticking to the end. Hopefully you guys enjoy this new kind of format. Let me know below, please. I know I say that and people don't comment and let me know, but please let me know so I know if I'm coming across as, like I said, I feel like this is normally things people that are with bigger names and more talented do in like the studio setting and everything instead of just in my dorm room. But yeah, just let me know, and I'll see you guys later. I can't talk. Thank you, and have a good day. That's what I was trying to say. I'll see you later.